So I've been testing out the new POP4 3D scanner from Revopoint on a bunch of projects. My favourite is the blue laser mode. It has a 30 cross-line setup for fast scanning, where I was seeing over 100 frames per second. And there's also a single laser line that's perfect for getting into those tighter spaces. The POP4 also has near-infrared structured light modes with full field, which is great for accuracy, VCSEL, which is built for faster scanning, and these two modes are combined into the hybrid HD mode for a balance of speed and detail. It also offers wireless scanning, a smart AI segmentation feature, and even supports Gaussian splatting. So the POP4 is currently available in two packages, a standard and a special edition, which I have here. This edition comes in a nice semi-rigid case, and inside we find the POP4 3D scanner, a turntable, tripod. We've got the battery pack for mobile scanning, a USB-C cable for connecting the scanner to a PC, and this cable is about 2 meters in length. We've got a couple of lenses for outdoor blue laser scanning, the USB-C cable for the battery, and a USB for the turntable. There's also the calibration board and a pack of marker dots. The scanner itself is compact and light, weighing in just at 286 grams. On the sides there are air vents for the built-in cooling fan, and around the back you'll find the USB-C port and 4 rubber buttons. The plus and minus buttons are used to adjust exposure, M for menu shortcuts, and the play button to start or pause a scan. I like having these controls on the scanner as it makes it easy to control things right on the device. So setting up the 3D scanner is quick and easy. Just screw the tripod into the bottom, attach the USB-C cable and plug it into your PC. Then download the free RevoScan software, run a quick calibration, and you're all ready to go. Alright, let's take a look at some scans. So first up, I have this metal pipe to scan. I've got a manual turntable set up with some marker dots already applied, and I've placed some extra marker blocks around the item. For the 3D scan, I'm using the laser mode, starting with the cross lines to capture most of the details, and it's actually pretty quick and very smooth at over 100 frames per second. Then what's great is you can pause the scan and switch to the single laser line for scanning deeper holes or harder to reach spots. After both sides of the pipe are scanned, the point cloud is fused, and then the scan is quickly cleaned up. The software has a good layout with everything you need, and there's plenty of selection tools, so tidying up the model is straightforward. Next, I merged the two scans. There's both auto and manual alignment. Auto works well in most cases, but it's great to have the manual alignment for trickier scans. Once that's done, the merged model is processed into a mesh, and any holes are filled using the Fill Holes tool. The scan result turned out really well, and it's probably one of the quickest and best results I've had with a 3D scanner. The scan was fast, all the details came out sharp, and even the numbers on the part are clean and clear. Another great use of a 3D scanner is bringing real-world objects into CAD. For this project, I needed a model of a handbrake to design a custom cable cover. I used the POP4 in laser mode to capture the main front part of the handbrake I needed for the design. Once in CAD, having the 3D scan makes everything so much easier. Instead of constantly measuring and test fitting 3D prints, I could check the fit and dimensions right next to the original part. It's basically scan, design and print. And the best part, the 3D printed part fitted perfectly on the first try. The laser scanning works really well on most objects I tried, and I was getting excellent results, but it does require marker dots. Alongside the laser modes, the RevoScan software offers 3 feature mode options: Full Field, VCSEL, and Hybrid HD, all of which work without marker dots. So to see how they'd perform, I decided to do a quick scan of a gearbox using each mode. Starting with Full Field, this mode is all about capturing detail. Although after using the blazing fast laser mode, it felt a bit slow at 14 frames per second. I also had to be a bit more careful with steady motion to keep the tracking smooth. Next up was VCSEL, which is designed for rapid scanning. It has a slightly lower resolution than full field and a wider field of view, but the scanning speed felt so much quicker and smoother. Frame rates hovered around 32 and the tracking was rock solid. This mode actually felt really good for fast scanning. Finally, Hybrid HD combines the two previous modes into one. I was getting around 20 frames per second, which felt faster than the full field, and the overall scanning and tracking speeds were both very good. So I think it works well as a solid middle ground between speed and detail. All of the modes worked well, and it's just a matter of choosing what will work best for the scan you're working on. So after this quick test, the mode I actually preferred using for this gearbox was VCSEL. Even though it might be slightly less detail than full field, it was super fast and the tracking is excellent. So I went ahead and did a full scan of this gearbox in this mode. Once it was processed, I was really impressed with the results. There were just a few small holes to fill, but overall the model came out looking fantastic. Now, there was one setting in the RevoScan software I was actually surprised with. So when you're in a new feature scan, you can select to automatically remove the base or remove the background. I've seen some of these settings before, but the AI object segmentation was something new. It's actually amazing. You can select the object you want to scan, and it will ignore and filter out all the things around the item. It works surprisingly well. You can even pick up the item in your hand to scan the underside, and it won't capture any parts of your hand in the scan. I think it's a game changer, and it really speeds up the whole scanning workflow and cuts down on the cleanup. Here's the same small item scanned using different settings. First, we have two scans in full field mode, one at 0.2mm and one at 0.1mm. And for comparison, here's a scan using the laser mode at 0.2mm. As we've seen, there's a few good options for the scan modes, like full field, a marker, or global marker, but one I was still keen to try out was the color mode. So with the color mode, this lets you scan objects without any markers at all, just relying on the object's color and texture for tracking. For this example, I scanned a basketball. Normally, trying to scan like this would require markers, but the color mode actually works really well and makes it super easy. Then after processing fusion, mesh, and the color, the results do look nice. Another feature worth mentioning is the Gaussian splatting. This converts data into colored dots, which can then be exported in splat format, something that might be useful for creating gaming assets, animations, or using VR applications. The POP4 is a versatile 3D scanner packed with high-end features that work really well. I found that it's perfect for projects where you want to bring a scan model into CAD, design a part, and 3D print it. I also really enjoyed using the blue light laser modes for scanning models and the VCSEL mode for fast, marker-free scanning. So if you're looking for a new 3D scanner, the POP4 delivers excellent results and is definitely worth checking out. I've linked everything in the description below so you can take a closer look, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.